Lord, I'm so ashamed to come this time, because I was really hoping that I'll be here at 20 hours exactly. But unfortunately, I just couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep earlier. And you know, last night, I didn't sleep. Last night, I just didn't sleep. Then today, I was trying to sleep so that I can, wake up on time. Nothing. I woke up at by 7 hours, which is about 01. 01, I woke up, I'm like, oh, okay, 1 hour, I was just in the chair. I don't know how sleep just got me. If CR1 was, if I was a believer of CR1 as somebody at a dawn of power or a magician, I would have believed that CR1 had bewitched me to sleep, because really I didn't want to sleep. But then at 01, around 01, I was awake and I'm like, okay, I'm remaining with 1 hour. I went. I'm waking up now. I am so sorry, but this situation is just something else. This situation is something else. I think now I should be asking people to be calling me so that if I oversleep, they wake me up. I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't sleep. And yeah, I think that's what it has messed me up more. Oh man, life is hard. Life is hard. Anyway, I'm really sorry, but nonetheless, I am determined to say what I have to say. So, I will still speak. I know, after all, a number of people, watch this program after. So I will still speak. Though Kamud Kandi, I don't like to disappoint people. So Kamud yeah, I feel disappointed with myself. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah, but I have to talk. I have to say what I have to say. I have to say what I have to say. So yeah, here we are. The monster that was growing has now grown. It's fully matured. The monster that was growing has fully matured now. The dictatorship that some of us were talking about, that President Hakainde Hichilema will be will grow to be a full dictator. And it has happened. And of course, some of you might not feel it, but it's there. You might not feel it until it hits you. But until it hits you. Look around. You will see that Zambia is no longer a democracy as it were during the time of Edgar Lungu, during the time of Sata, Rupia. We have never had things as bad as they are today. We haven't, and we are going to walk through these issues. We are now living in a dictatorship, because look, we may have some kind of some figmentation of democracy, but really, our country is gone. Our country is gone, and like I'm saying, that even those of you who are supporting President Hichilema and Upnd, you will soon feel it. In one way or the other, you will soon feel it, and you remember me. You remember me. Look at the elections. Because democracy really is about having different people with different opinions, contributing to the governance of a country. That is what democracy is all about. Democracy is where a number of people are free to express themselves in different ways, and there are checks and balances. And you have elections, proper elections. But what we are having in Zambia is far from all these things. Justice must be there. Judiciary must be working. But nothing. You can start. It is all about now. Zambia is now a unitary state, whereby it's only one man. It's only one man. What one man wants, that's what goes. Tell me what will go against President Hakainde Hichilema. Tell me one thing where President Hakainde Hichilema has been blocked from doing something. Tell me. Just one thing to say, okay, here, Hakainde Hichilema wanted this, but it didn't happen. Tell me one thing where Hakainde Hichilema wanted something and it didn't happen. Everything that he has wanted has happened. And even some of the things that are taking time, they will happen. They will soon happen. They will soon happen. So power is concentrated in one man only. Not even ministers. Ministers are just shells. They can only talk if they are lying on behalf of Hakainde Hichilema. That's all. That's all. Ministers will only talk when they are lying on behalf of Hakainde Hichilema or they are defending corruption. That is our executive. Our executive, we have a president that has to say whatever he wants to say. Whatever he wants, he gets it. It's like a child, that spoiled child who wants to get everything. And that's how Hakainde Hichilema is. He wants to get everything and nobody else gets anything. And the people that are around him, they are nothing but shells. They are nothing but shells. They are nothing but pawns that have to be used. A minister to talk, it's either a minister is lying on behalf of Hakainde Hichilema or this minister is defending corruption or is just blatantly lying to praise Hakainde Hichilema. This is when you hear a minister talking. Is either lying on behalf of Hakainde Hichilema, is either defending corruption, it's either he's praising Hakainde Hichilema for nothing. That is when you hear Vanankane at Sitole Po. That is just the truth. That is just the truth in Zambia. Imwe vasitole imwe. Vasitole. Vashimato. Vasitole imwe. Can you do anything? What can you do? With your gowns, with your graduate, with your katushinga ma degree and ma masters ngani finish. Can you say anything? Nothing. It is all about President Hakainde Hichilema. We have a unitary state in Zambia. That's what we have. Then go to what is this? Go to the parliament. Everything that Hakainde Hichilema has wanted is what has happened. Is what has happened. Judiciary is overtaken. Now we even have judges resigning. In the history of our country, we have judges resigning, going to some other countries. Judges are becoming refugees like me in Zambia. Judges are becoming refugees like me. They have started running away from Zambia. 3 years down the line, judges are running away from Zambia. They're going. And a number of them, I'm sure, they are admiring their two friends that ran away. They are admiring. They wish they could also run away. It is difficult for many judges to work under President Hakainde Hichilema. They have got no security of tenure at all. They don't have. The independence of the judiciary has been thrown through the window. It is very difficult for a judge to stand up and, give judgment accordingly, especially if the judge, if the parties involved is Hakainde Hichilema through the state. It's very difficult. And so some of these, some of you, who have got hope to say, no, we took this to court, you are just putting the judges in difficulties. You have to be remembering that. Some of you who are taking cases to court against the judge, against the state, you have to remember that you are actually putting the judges in very difficult situations. You are putting it very difficult. Judges are running away from cases that are, political or that are against the state, especially where, politics is concerned. They are scared. It is very difficult these days. Very, very difficult. Which brings me even to this case of eligibility. This case of eligibility, it can't go any other way. It can't go any other way. This case of eligibility, it can't go any other way. It is definitely going, for HH. And you can see how UPND, the way they operate, you can actually predict. Their modus operandi is very known. Their style of doing things is actually very known. You see things with the media. That's how they do it. They start with the media, then they come and finish it up. And you can already see that their propaganda machinery are already preparing people that, look, this is going to happen and you must not do anything. You can't do anything. That is what their propaganda machinery is doing. You will see it on social media. If you check social media very well, you will actually see that, okay, these guys are actually saying, this is what is going to happen, and you dare do anything, we will crush you. That's what they are doing. You may not see it, but some of us who scan social media, intelligently, we can already see. This, I think some few hours, you saw Sia One, talking about those riot vehicles and machinery that were bought by Kampyongo. And he's praising Kampyongo. Kampyongo, very good that you bought these vehicles. We are now going to use them. Basically threatening people, don't do anything foolish. We are going to crush you. You can see what Koswe is writing. Koswe is writing, or bring up these kind of messages. They know. You think UPND will go and televise a judgment of eligibility if they don't know what is going on. And they were so foolish. They are so foolish to to preempt that. Ah. So when you talk about the eligibility, it is predetermined. It is predetermined, and they have done it so badly that they have actually exposed themselves. They have exposed themselves that they know what the outcome will be. For them to even set a stage, they want to use the 10th December as a campaign strategy for President Hakainde Hichilema. Eh? They are predicting. They are predicting it that this is the way it will go. They are predicting it that this is the way it will go. They know, and they have exposed themselves. We have been saying that these people, they get to know about judgments before they come out. They influence judgments before they come out. And this is a good example. They have actually exposed themselves because of their excitement. They are so excited to bar President Edgar Chagwa. They are so excited. That's why they have even set a stage. They have set a stage to show that here we are barring Edgar Chagwa. They are good at that. Remember when Mao Sampa was destroying PF? You had it, you watched it on ZNBC and other media. You watched it. That's how UPND operates. When they are doing something, they call the media. They call the media. And some of you, sometimes you think that, no, the media just pops up from nowhere. No. The media are called. And in certain cases, and not even in certain cases, in most cases, they are enticed. The media are enticed. Don't think that, no, what you watch on TV, on radio, it just happens. No. We call the media, come. And where possible, and in most cases, you even entice the media to come. You entice them. You put an incentive. And UPND are good at that, except that they pay peanuts. I'm even better off myself. I'm better off. When I'm dealing with the media, I am far much better off than by UPND. But nonetheless, when Kulinsala, people will relish even bonds. At least India coffee, a piece of bread. At least, that is the situation. So this is the UPND. They have set up a stage to show the Zambian people that we are barring Edgar Chagwa. Now, here is the issue. This issue is political. I have seen, people are trying to explain, no, the constitution, what. I mean, we have been explaining this issue from a long time. We have been explaining this issue. We have exhaustively discussed this matter from a legal point of view. When it was the right time to discuss it, or to argue it legally, we have explained it from a constitutional point of view. We have explained it. At the moment, it is not about explaining, no, whatever. No. We all know how this eligibility came about. We all know. This matter is political. And I want to be very objective in discussing this point. This matter is political. It's political. It's not about the constitution. No, it's not about the constitution. Forget it. It is just politics. That's all. It is politics. Even when it started during the time of Edgar Chagwa, it was politics. Let's be honest with it. Let's be very honest with it. It was political even when it started during the time of Edgar Chagwa. Because, why did people go to court in the first place? why did those people who went to court in the first place, why did they go to court in the first place? Did they go to court in the first place because of, it was constitutional, it was justice? No, it was political. It was political during the time of Edgar Chagwalungu. It is political now. This is the fact. This is just the fact. So let us not wreck our brains, in trying to read the Constitution and trying to understand it. Forget it. This is politics. This is politics. This is politics. Next time, emphasize. It is politics. It was political when those people, the first time that it went to court, it was political. This time around, it is political. It is political. And to start arguing it from a legal point of view, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It is totally irrelevant to be discussing it from a legal point of view. What? No. Not in Ghana. It is political. And the Edgar Chagwalungu camp would have done better to approach it from a political point of view, like they did when they were in power. When they were in power, they approached this matter from a political point of view. Even this time around, I wish they had approached it from a political point of view. Now, something that was very political when you were in power, and this time around, you are expecting that it would go according to the Constitution. No. So, where we are coming from my point of view, is that we are partly to blame on this, what is going to happen on the 10th. We are partly to blame. We are partly to blame. Why we are partly to blame? Because we started engaging in legal arguments and relying on the judges to do the right thing. I mean, this thing is political. This thing is political. How do you expect something that is political? You think it is going to be resolved by the judges? You think it is going to be resolved by the judiciary? This thing of doing politics, Mmakoti in London. Mkoti, you don't do politics, Mkoti. You don't do politics in court. Something that is political, you don't do it in court. You do it politically. You do it politically. You face it politically. So, me, I blame those of you who sat and expected, waited for the court to do. No, the court. Forget it. Forget it. No, this case was determined 5 times and whatever. Why was it determined 5 times? Why was it determined 5 times? Why? 5 times. Why? Because this matter is political. And it is not finished, by the way. It is not going to finish. Even this time around, this case is not going to be finished. It will continue until we get Upnd, Hichilema and Edgar Lungu out of the way. That is the only way this thing will go away. That is the only way this thing will go away. I want to be objective. This case started politically, and even this time around, it's political. Even this time around, it's political. Remember when these cases, first of all, who took this case to court? Why did they take it to court? Those who took it back then, who took it to court back then, why did they take it to court? Why did they take it to court? What happened during the time of those proceedings? Isn't it the time that we had cadres sitting at the roundabout there, buying and drinking to say, if the judges mess up there, they will be in trouble? Statements were made. Edgar Lungu made statements about this case when he was president to say, if they are going to do what they did in Kenya, we will not take it. So let's be honest here. Let's be very honest. Let's be very honest. You started this thing, it was political. And Upnd Hichilema has come in, he has also taken it political. And even the 10th judgment that is going to come, it's not about the constitution, whatever. No. It is about the politics. It is about the politics. It is about politics. No one can argue with me on this one. I can take you on. It is about political. And when something is political, it can go either way. This is a fact. It can go either way. It can go either way. When something is political, it can go either way. And it goes to the one who has power. That's what happens. When a matter is political, it will go to the one who has power. It will go to the one who has power. If a matter is political, the only thing that you can do is to put pressure politically. Put pressure politically. If you don't put pressure politically, you will lose. And so you are not losing because the judges have not given you justice. No. You are losing because you have not done your politics. Because you are weak politically. That's all. This case of eligibility, Edgar Lungu is losing it because he has displayed weakness politically. That's why. That's why. And this is the truth. You may not like me for it, but this is just the truth. If Edgar Lungu had played serious politics, Hakainde Hichilema would not be setting up a stage to show that he's embarrassing his friend, that his friend is not in power. I am the one that is in charge. He would not be setting up that stage. He's setting up that stage because he's showing his power. He's showing, how strong he is. I am crushing Edgar Lungu. There will be no more Edgar Lungu. And he wants everyone to see. And what has Edgar Lungu done? Edgar Lungu says, I'll be at home watching on TV. That's it. That's it. If Edgar Lungu is going to be home watching on TV, what should citizens do? What should citizens do? If Edgar Lungu says, I'll be home watching it from ZNBC, watching it on TV, what do you expect the citizens will do? What should the citizens do? The president himself is saying, me, I'll be at home watching it on TV. Me, I'll be at home watching it on TV. What should the citizens do? What should the citizens do? I mean, let's be very honest here. Let's just be very honest with each other here. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And somebody is saying, no, people are going to rise. And when they rise, Hakainde Hichilema is going to suspend the constitution. Which people are going to rise? Which people are going to rise? Which people are going to rise? Why haven't people risen? This case has run its course. It went to court. And people went to court quietly. We prayed, we hoped that people would rise when they say, well, no, this case we entertain it. But they ruled, no, it's okay. We were saying, no, this case should not proceed. This case should not proceed because it was ruled upon. It should not proceed. They came and ruled, no, we will hear the main matter. What did we do? What did we do? What did the people do? Nothing. Oh no, you come. And now we hear the arguments. Edgar Lungu went with his lawyers. They went in court. They went in court. What did people do? Nothing. Until now, we have even reached the 10th. And it's comfortable. Today, Leroni Pashan, Leroni Nipa 5. Kuno na ifika kali 5. Today, na ifika kali 5. Na ifika kali 5 today. Anyway, it is just next week. Today is Wednesday. It is just next week, Tuesday. What is going to happen? Nothing. Nothing is going to happen. Propaganda na ingilamo kale. Na ingilamo kale. To threaten people. Resources are not there. So, the 10th of December will pass just like any other day. Just like any other day. It will just be like Filatu Chita tuya kumanda. you go kumanda umuntu afwa. Umuntu afwa. Mwalira. Mwaya kumanda. Mwaimbe nyimbo shani ababerenga mantu anikane whatever. Babika mwabwera kuno kubwerako. Mwasarangana okusarangana. That is how the 10th will be. And therefore, I want to be very honest. I'm being very honest. And I'm not saying this out of pleasure. I'm saying this because this has affected me big time. I am failing to sleep because of this case. And I am very upset. That's a fact. I am very upset. I'm upset because this case would have been fought politically. This case would have been fought politically. This case is not a case whereby you start blaming Hakainde Hichilema or Upnd, whatever. No, nakana. Because if really you were serious about this case, you would have fought it. You knew this case was political. It was political. It has always been political. It has always been about the show of power. It has always been about the show of power. It's a very difficult case, this one. It's political. Because if you want to go a little bit in the constitution, we are talking about two constitutions, just for the benefit of those who may not have followed this. Just a bit, because even Nabasia one and the poverty, anyway, it's not that he's talking out of ignorance. No, he's just doing propaganda. Because they are saying, the argument that they are putting up is to say, no, the Constitution says twice. The Constitution says twice. The Constitution says twice. It is not as straightforward as that. It is not. It is not as straightforward as that. It is not as straightforward as that. It is not about to say, no, the Constitution says twice. No. It is not about that. It is about political. But if we could just delve in a little bit into the issue of the Constitution, it is about the two constitutions. There is an old constitution and there is a new constitution. The old constitution said once you are sworn in, it doesn't matter how long you stay in power. It doesn't matter. 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 month. Once you have been sworn in, that's it. That is the old constitution. When Edgar Lungu came in, he came in the old constitution. And that constitution said, once you are sworn in, once, that's it. That's what that constitution said. It didn't define, no, you should stay 3 years, you should, For that constitution, it did not define the term. In other words, the old constitution, which was there when Edgar Lungu was coming in, that constitution did not define a term. The constitution in which Edgar Lungu came in, it just said, once you have been sworn in, that's it. That's it. So when Edgar Lungu was sworn in, it was counted 1. It didn't matter how long he stayed in power. It didn't matter. It is as long as you have been sworn in, that's it. That is the old constitution. In 2015, when Edgar Lungu was coming in. But Edgar Lungu, whilst in power, he signed a new constitution. A new constitution. This new constitution which he signed defined a term that no, if you have not served for more than 3 years, then you can, it is not considered as a term. The new constitution, the old constitution did not define it. So when Edgar Lungu was sworn in, that's it. It was a term. But later on, Edgar Lungu signed a constitution which defined a term that if it is not more than 3 years, then it is not considered as a term. But we cannot apply the law irretrospectively. So by the fact that Edgar Lungu signed a new constitution when he was in power, we cannot apply it. We cannot go back to 2015 to say, no, because Edgar Lungu only served for 1 year, 10 months. So we are going to apply that. No. It counted when he went in. It counted. That's it. And the second term, it is now 2016. 2016. So 2016 to 2021, yes, 2 terms. If you follow from the constitutional point of view, if you follow from the constitution, technically, I'm not a lawyer and whatever, but this is just a fact. However, people went to court to say, but look, this man, how are we going to treat this man? Because this man is in between 2 constitutions. How are we going to treat him? How are we going to treat him? People went to court. Vadani Pule, Atinanu, Muson, Peter Chanda, they went to court. How are we going to treat this man? Because this man is in between 2 constitutions. And the court ruled to say, since he is in between the 2 constitutions, we are not going to consider the first term. But you see, if they wanted, they would have also said no. He served in the first term, the term did not matter in this one, and he served this one, that's it. They would have also ruled like that. So it became an issue of politics. It's a difficult situation. And that they ruled to say, no, he can stand. He can stand. But honestly speaking, let's face it, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Wasn't it political when it went to court? It was political. It was political. Why did it go to court? Why? If it was straightforward, why did it go to court? It was not straightforward. It was about politics. That's how it went to court. That's how it went to court. It was about politics. And, okay, the judges ruled. They ruled in favor of Edgar Chagwa. Now, since they ruled in favor of Edgar Chagwa, I mean, the judgment stands. Because this is what it is. When a judgment, whether a judgment is solicited or whatever, when it is made, it is made. That's what it is. That is what it is. When the judgment is passed, it is passed. And the judgment was passed in Edgar Lungu's favor. And the judges kept on, not being very clear. So when they made, no, this time we are not going to discuss Edgar Lungu. We are just going to put it this way. Or next time, no, it is odious. Whatever. They kept on. They were not so clear. And that's how this case went back and forth in court for 5 times. Went back in court for 5 times. I mean, let's be honest that this case was not clearly, ruled. Was not clearly ruled. Clearly to say this, no. The judges were, here and there, here and there, here and there. And that's how it went 5 times. And even this time, it is political because there is a judgment. We have got these other judgments. And yet it has gone back to court. So the judgment that will come out, it means, again, even this judgment can be challenged. If there are 5 judgments which were challenged, even this one, what will stop this one from being challenged? Even this one can be challenged. But the people of Zambia, you have to understand from my point of view, my employers are people of Zambia. My employers are people of Zambia. Those are my employers. I've got no any other employer than the people of Zambia. And I come here to try and tell the Zambian people the truth. So I am explaining to the people of Zambia so that the people of Zambia, the reasonable people of Zambia, we will know that this is not about the technicalities of the constitution. This is about politics. And this is about who has got power. From where it started, it was about politics. Where it is now, it is about politics. You, the people of Zambia, I want you to know this. Because I want to be on record in the history of our country. I want to be on record as somebody that stood for the truth. That's the record that I want to have. That is the record that I want to have. My asset is the people of Zambia. That is my asset. Whether Upnd, whether PF, whether whatever, my assets are the people of Zambia. and I speak to the people of Zambia, I want to tell them the truth. I want to tell them the truth. So I want you to put it on record that when this matter came in, Tayali came in and told us the truth. And the truth of the matter is that it was political during the time of Edgar Lungu. It is political now. Arguing on the legal basis, it is useless because it can go either way. It can go either way. It is about who is powerful. This case is about who is powerful. During the time of Edgar Lungu, when Edgar Lungu was in power, he was powerful. And we saw that people, cadres and whatever, even statements were made, even Edgar Lungu himself made statements. And it went their way. This time around, it is not surprising that it is going to Hakainde Hichilema's way, because this is not about what judges are going to read and whatever. It is not. It is not. It is about who has got the power. And this matter, for me, from the word go, people will tell you that I have always said that this case is political. I have said, let's fight this case politically. But people decided to go to court and sit and wait. And now you are waiting for judgment. What judgment do you expect? And now Hakainde Hichilema, I said, you are waiting for judgment. Very good. I will even set up a stage for you. I will even set up a stage for you. They have set up a stage. ZNBC, TV1, TV2, TV3, TV4, Radio 1, Radio 2, Radio 3, Radio 4, Radio 5, Radio 6, Radio 10. Social media 1, social media 2, social media 3, social media, everything. They will be transmitting. That is Hakainde Hichilema. That is the arrogance of Hakainde Hichilema. That is the arrogance of Hakainde Hichilema. Those judges are just being used. Those judges are just being used. Those judges are just being used. They are just delivering. They will just deliver what President Hakainde Hichilema wants. That's all. And to be fair, even when Edgar Lungu was in power, you can't tell me, let's be honest, you can't tell me that back then it was all purely constitutional. No. I mean, I want to be fair. I want to be fair. My issue today is that this case should have been fought politically. But instead of Edgar Lungu being stronger, Edgar Lungu has been becoming weaker. We have to be very honest. He is becoming weaker. The people that were with Edgar Lungu, they have gone to Upnd. Why have they done that? A number of people, where we are coming from. But Edgar Lungu was very strong. But he has gradually become very weak, such that now Hakainde Hichilema can even be comfortable to set up a stage to show that here I'm barring Edgar Lungu. Where we are coming from, Edgar Lungu was very strong. But where we are now, things are not the same. I have to be very honest. Things are not the same. The people that were with Edgar Lungu, if you look at a number of people were with Edgar Lungu. All these people who are running to UPND, they are with Edgar Lungu. They were with Edgar Lungu. Bawinter was with Edgar Lungu. Bawinter was sitting at the same table with Edgar Lungu. Eating not Muna Nkanea, he didn't know Edgar Lungu our outside State House. Bawinter was one of those people that wanted Edgar Lungu to come back. Bawinter Kavimba. He was one of those people. You see me to be, like the champion of Alewerapo. Bawinter was one of those people. Was one of the champions, was one of the first people to persuade Edgar Lungu to come back. Bawinta was one of the first people to persuade Edgar Lungu. I was sitting with Bawinta to persuade Edgar Lungu to come back. You can mention, I want to mention some of these prominent people that have gone to UPND. A number of people really. Even at Nanu, Avena Hamudu Duwonsa. Avena Hamudu Duwonsa. They were with Edgar Lungu. Avena Chilufya. I was some of my MPs and whatever. They were with Edgar Lungu. Even Sia One, I played what Sia One said. Sia One was against UPND. He was against UPND. And he started campaigning for UPND to go. Seriously. I put up a video there. I put a video which he posted on the 24th. He was with Edgar Lungu. He apologized to Edgar Lungu. Do you remember that he apologized to Edgar Lungu? I am sorry. We labeled Edgar Lungu so corrupt and everything. But he was not as corrupt. These guys are more corrupt. That's what Sia One said. Today, Sia One is saying, you people, you are very lucky to have Edgar, to have Hakainde Hichilema. You are very lucky. Why? He made a very powerful, live on the 28th of July. And he has even deleted it. Why has he deleted it? Why has Sia One deleted? Sia One, I'm challenging you. Why have you deleted the live video that you did on the 28th July? But me, I understand. I understand all these machinations. I do understand them. I do understand why Bawinta has crossed. I do understand why Amududu is going there. I do understand why Chilufya is going there. I do understand this useless Mungando and others are going to UPND. I understand them. But because I'm talking like this, don't even think that, no, me, I've gone to UPND. No. If there is somebody who understands the betrayal of UPND and Hakainde Hichilema, it's me. Me, I understand properly the betrayal of Hakainde Hichilema. I will never trust Hakainde Hichilema. I will never trust Hakainde Hichilema with his people. I will never. So don't even come up tomorrow that no, Tayali, whatever. I'm just speaking the honest truth. I just want to say it because if we have to go forward, we need to face things as they are. We need to face the truth. If we have to develop, we need to look at what is really wrong. That is the only way we can go forward. Unless we are skating around the truth, we are beating about the bush, we will not go forward. So what I'm saying here, it is not that, no, I am going to UPND. I'm not going to UPND. And I'm not going back to Zambia. I am not. So it's not about, no, Tayali is negotiating whatever. No. Yes, I do talk with people in UPND. I do talk to people because me, I'm not a politician that holds a grudge. That is not politics. You can't be a politician. You are saying, no, I cannot talk to this one. I cannot talk to this one. Then you are not a politician. As a politician, you must be able to talk to everyone. Even Hakainde Hichilema, I can be able to talk to him. I don't talk to him. But if he calls me, his people call me. But if he calls me, I'll talk to him. Except that I will not trust him. I will not trust Hakainde Hichilema. So don't think in any way that I'm saying this because I want to come back home. Yes, I want to come back home. I am desperately looking, to go back home. I want to go back home. But I will not go as long as Hakainde Hichilema is in power. I will not go. Even if Hakainde Hichilema comes back in 2026, I have prepared myself to be here until whenever. So some of you who say you stay in exile 2019, you think I'm worried. I'm not. I'm not worried. I am not worried. I am not worried. And some of you think, hey, no, Edgar Lungu will stop sponsoring me. Edgar Lungu is not the one sponsoring me. And even if he was the one sponsoring me, I'm sorry to say, God is the one who looks after people. I believe in God. Me, I believe in God. So, there are some people that were helping me. There were some people that were helping me. And they thought when they switched off their phones, I will suffer. No, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. And God will look after me as long as I have to be here. God will look after me. So whatever I'm saying here, it's not about me. It is not a bargain for me to go back home. No. I am just telling you the truth as it is. I'm just telling you the truth. I am very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed. I'm very disappointed because really, Edgar Lungu had it. Edgar Lungu had it. And now we have missed that chance. We have missed that chance. I'm being very honest with you. I will not come here and start no, shan. Some of you are talking, hey, Ngabachta decide if then we are going for elections. There will be no elections. There will be no elections. There will be no elections because this is political. And Hakainde Hichilema is ruling and is ruling as a dictator. So there is nothing like, no, then we are going to nullify the whatever. Yes, if there was democracy, you can be talking about those issues. But there is no democracy in Zambia. So you cannot be talking about, no, Ngabachta nullify Edgar Lungu, then we are going for elections. If you are talking about, if there is a democracy, if there is a constitution to follow, but this is not about the constitution, my dear friends. There is nothing. There is nothing. It can only happen politically. It can only happen. The only thing that can force things, it's politics. That's the only thing that can force. The only way we can fight is political. That's all. That's all. Yes, I like this guy, Mwalim. We will go to Daddy Trump. Well, that you can go to that Trump, but the issue is that the only way, look at Trump, is a good example. Mwalimu, you have brought the name of Trump. Trump was facing serious charges. He was facing serious charges. But Trump fought his way politically. Trump did not fight the Democrats in court. Trump fought the Democrats politically. And he has gone, that's how he has gone back into State House. Trump was not cowardly going to court. With 2 people, with 10 people. Nothing. No. When Trump went to court, there were clashes outside. They were scared. Even when they convicted him, they were scared to take Trump. Trump was convicted, by the way. He was convicted. But they had to dally. They had to, play around. They were scared to take Trump. Mujele, they were scared. How are we going to do it? To convict, but they send him home at Kabie. You will come later on for sentencing. And that sentencing it takes long. Imwale michita convict. And they are inside. Trump bamuchita convict bamuchita Kabie kunganda festi. You go home. Let's see first of all. Let's see. Because of politics. Because of politics. Even they are picking you, you don't even have a case. And then they start looking for a case. Once they find the case, they will charge you. nothing happens. Politically, we are weak. Politically, we are weak. That's why even some of us, we are here. It is because politically we are weak. That's why I'm here myself. I'm here because my cases are political. My cases are political. And politically we are weak. Politically we are weak. You can't fight political cases expecting the judge at your... I'm here. Even I'm even saving my judges, buddy. The ones who are supposed to rule against me, I'm saving them. Because I've relieved the burden from them to rule against the state. I've relieved the burden. I've relieved them of that burden to rule against the state. It is not only me who is enjoying this fact that I'm out here. No, even the judges have saved them. But when you are busy putting pressure on the judges, those judges, you are just putting them under pressure. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Now, they have got families. They have got lives. And you think they will come and risk losing their life for Chilufya? You think that Chilufya is there? Chilufya no, is innocent. Umuntu achuli lepo. That's why I don't have a problem with that lady that convicted me of that assault. I don't have a problem. She was in a very difficult situation. What do I do? She's only, beautiful, young, magistrate with a future. Because of Chilufya, she should lose her future. Because of Chilufya. How? Even Nangulina win. It's very difficult because sometimes some of these things we should put ourselves in the shoes of those that we are putting the responsibility on. We should imagine if I were in their position, what would I do? Even those judges that ruled before, that ruled when Edgar Lungu was in power. That Munalula, she was very tough. She was really, really tough to rule, to make those rulings. But she was doing it politically also. And if Narua was doing it politically, should we say that others, they were angels? Well, guys, let's just be honest. Let's be fair. If Narua was ruling politically, what about those others? You think for them they were angels? How, guys? How? Let's be honest. They're not the honest. So this time around, Munarula is judge in charge. Munarula is judge in charge. What do you expect? What do you expect? What do you expect? At they need to have integrity. Jacob Mazua, at they need to have integrity. My friend, integrity comes after survival. Trevor honesty. Integrity comes after survival. What comes before integrity? Survival comes before integrity. Survival comes before integrity. You need to get this to get real. Survival comes before integrity. Once and for Savannah we could take. Once and for Savannah we could take. It's just how you do it. And when you do it, once and for Savannah we could take. No one puts integrity first, survival later. If you put survival, you have to survive first. Integrity. So we die power at integrity. Integrity muntu comes after survival. You have to survive first. You have to survive. So we have people really that were, a lot of them were with Edgar Lungu. And they went this side. Why have they gone this side? In Salah. And I am saying this because I know I've got people that follow me who aspire politically. I received my messages. No, you inspire me politically. No, whatever. I've got these young people. And I want young people. Since that integrity comes before survival. Integrity comes before survival. No. Survival first, then integrity. If we have a muntu one survival first, then integrity. We operate on that basis. Yes, there are people like Plato. There are people that have died for integrity. They have died. There are people, yes, martyrs. We call them martyrs. In my Catholic church, we call them martyrs. There are people that have died, for their conscience. There are people that have died. But most of us, even those, that's why we call them martyrs. Because they overcome the fear. When the fear grips you, you can't think of integrity. They will tell you, say this, you will just say. Say this, you will just say it. Even if you don't mean it. Even if you don't mean it. And with your principles, corrupt politics won't end. No wonder, Napoleon Jr., you are a junior. Me, I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I approach things from a realistic point of view. I approach things from a realist, not from a idealistic point of view. Realistically. Umuntu feel you own safe first with the danger, first with whatever threat. They want to survive. Umuntu feel you wants. If you can survive it yourself, if you can overcome the threat, well and good. Well and good. I applaud you. But really, many people, you want to survive first. You want to survive. Then you start talking about integrity. Then you start talking about, you want to survive. And that's how I do. So even those judges, don't put pressure on them. They need to survive. They need to live. They need to live. And this is what is happening on the 10th. And it has happened before. It happened before. Whatever. It has happened before. The only thing that we could do is to fight politically. But people have been going to UPND. Why have they been going to UPND? They have been going to UPND Mulandu Wansala. They have been going to UPND Mulandu Wansala. Let's face it, they have been going to UPND Mulandu Wansala. That's why they are going there. That's why they are going there. And I liked Banankana, Mamachika Monica. Mamachika Monica put it rightly. I liked what she said in this, when she was talking on social media. Let me play Kamoka clip waka Mamachika Monica. She said it right. I agree with her.
Mama Chickamonica to join Taunt's Alliance.
Insala kapondo ama government yonsa ama government de Zambia. Niebe komi biule ku. Ichifunyapwa ama government insala. Nanguka bombe visume vya jani uka yumbanye. Nanguka chiteshani abantu vya Zambia ngabalanda tinsala. Twelefa yaba. Mozuka ibali imposa. When they join at once, it's another join at once. If I'm not going bali imposa kuche, bali pika kuwaya elo, ichakana wa unkalamo, chimwinga tola, ala kumona mafupa. Waposa mama chika mkanishna ipos. Oh la la. Vaton senete ni kuno echola. In the shed.
A point to you, umfweni.
Kwami pokelera mayo, kure misengera.
Vaton senete lolela, iseni mu ichola indesheni pechola. Ichola. Kabina wana bakwata wale pape fiola kuna kusaidia.
Ichola.
Abena Franki bwadia. Ukula dia pali bedi anditet.
Abena Franki bwadia.
Ichola batons.
Lete ni ichola batons.
Ala vaisi
Lete ni ichola batons.
That's why ngamari mwana sana isio. If you ntofota fya ade mshupila number 1, adi believe mudilesa. If you tunga fya kosa ade fukama. That's why ngamari mwana adi chita manage ukututeka time kwa di COVID na drought. Ero nyudo muntu mfu abantu mfu ala.
Mwaumfa Mamachika Monica for the Asuka.
If you have mwana wandi mulela ndapali ino shitata sikweto.
Mwaumfa? That is Mamachka Moneka. I want you young people who are doing politics. Unfortunately, politics, they have one. Listen to what she said. Meaning, outside you gonna Let them Ichola.
That's why
This guy comes up and he's saying this.
That's why I'm manage ukututeka time kwa di COVID na drought. Ero nyudo muntu mfu abantu.
Listen to our response.
Mama Chickamona to join Taunt's alliance.
You hear? Emma politics. Muntuandi, Ama politics. Chola. Ama politics. It is survival. This is the truth. Because if we want to change, if we want to make any change, if we want to make any change, you have to be realistic. Ama politics, Mama Machika Moneka, she's saying it rightly. Chola. In other words, it's survival. It is survival. If you but yo shani, no politics is service, whatever. If you want to do charity, join Ama NGOs, form charitable organizations, join charitable organizations. There are many. Become a volunteer. Become a volunteer. When you come to politics, you are expecting benefits. This is a fact. This is a fact. This is why those people that were with Edgar Lungu, they have gone this side. They have gone this side. Ninsalaba machika moneka na balanda. Ichileta.
Mama Chickamoneka to join Taunt's alliance.
Insalaka Pondo. And that's a fact. Insalaka Pondo Ndenieva. Insalaka Pondo. And a good example is just this year one. Year one can say whatever he wants. I mean, me and year one, we understand each other. Why did year one change all of a sudden? Why did he change? And why did he drop down what he posted? Why? Why did he? And even when he was talking, he was saying, who is going to guarantee us? Who is going to guarantee us? That people just stand up to support somebody and whatever. There is something. Never smumba. Nangufende wine panondi ba never smumba. Ndemieva. Ba never smumba. Na ingisha feni nkwatama million wino. Ba never smumba. Ba never smumba will start praising me. Ndemieva. Ina wine panondi na Chilufya Tayali. Na ingisha fe wino feso. Ndemieva ba never smumba. I can recruit him just like that. Just like that. Within Ninkwata million, I have the money. I can recruit Vaneva Smumba and start singing for me as Tayali, the savior, Tayali, the greatest president, Tayali, whatever. Vaneva Smumba badi. Ninjingisha fama million is so. One time, Vaneva Smumba will be my kada. Number one kada Vaneva Smumba badia. Nangishama million. Vanani nani omuingalanda po vanani. I can recruit them. O inga shupa fe ni Fred Membe. Fred Membe ali stubborn. Ewa shupa fe. But awonsa wa shalava. Iwu shikunkweto rupia. I can recruit them as cadres. And they will be singing for me. In Salaka Pondoma politics, Muirave Poa. No, we have endorsed haka in the Hichilema, whatever. In Salaka Pondo muntu wandi. In Salaka Pondo. Why is it that some of these people that were sitting with us with Edgar Lungu, why is it that all of a sudden they have gone to UPnd? aba bahamududu mulera ku bahamududu bahamududu aba balina Edgar Chagwalungu ilyo Edgar Lungu ali mu power balina Edgar Chagwalungu niba bengi insalaka pondo muntu wandi insalaka pondo atina KBF teti ndara wandi KBF is my brother, it's even easier for him. KBF is my brother, it's even easier for him. It's even easier for KBF because KBF is my brother. I understand KBF, how he operates. And he understands how I operate. So it wouldn't even be difficult for KBF. I'm talking about these others. Insalaka pondo. So it has been very difficult because kuli Edgar Lungu takuli akalido. And you don't send this amkulanda pano because tadu like Karabwino. Hey, Edgar Lungu, awe. With due respect, Edgar Lungu has helped me. You know, I'm not saying he has not helped me. Edgar Lungu has helped me. But really, my survival here is not dependent on Edgar Lungu. It's not. And I will live even if whatever happens there, I'll still be here. Nilesa unsunga through different people. I've got people. And I want to say thank you very much. I keep saying thank you to those of you that help me. I'm not helped by one person. I'm not. I'm not helped by one person. I'm not financed by one person. No. There are people, and some of these people, why I'm so grateful to God, because some of these people that are committed to helping me, their names are not even known. They are not even known. Even if I mention their name here, you'll be like, what? Who is that one? That is how I'm surviving here. I am grateful to those people. And I want to say, please have the patience because my stay here is definitely going to be longer. So please continue with the same spirit. And for them, they don't come to social media to check to say, what is Tayali saying? No, the people that help me, they don't come to social media to say, what is he saying? Hey, no, you have spoken against Hichilema. You have spoken against Edgar Lungu. No, they don't. And that's why I appreciate them. That's why I say these people are God sent. I've got people. Today I wanted to mention some of the names. But, like Mr. Banda, because you are Banda, you won't know. But Banda, that Banda, I'm grateful to you. That man with the Kala, I'm grateful to you. That woman, ku America, I'm very grateful to you. Grace, I'm very grateful to you. I'm grateful to a number of people. But don't cheat yourself to say, no, Edgar Lungu. We are having people running out from Edgar Lungu. And it is not that Edgar Lungu is selfish, no. It is not that it's selfish. Edgar Lungu has been fixed. The little that he had has been grabbed away from him. Everything is being grabbed from him. Now, that is still, from my point of view, it's not enough to just give an excuse for Edgar Lungu to say, no, Edgar Lungu takwe tempi and whatever. My question is, those of you who worked with Edgar Lungu, those of you who benefited from Edgar Lungu, where are you? I know a number of people have been squeezed here and there, but surely, for 7 years that Edgar Lungu was in State House, are there no people that are out there who can help in this situation? Because this is a desperate situation. You can't fight politics without resources. You can't. You can't fight politics without Ichola. You can't. And my question is, those people that benefited from Edgar Chagwalungu, where are they? We have a by-election that is currently going on in Kawambwa. And it's a truth. Na kuwaya kuna nikane kulia. utuma poster wale kambatika I saw utuma poster wale kambatika aba ichawena KKD I looked at utuma posters. I mean, honestly, because ngakulia ama resources ama billboards nganaema if tengenga nafingira ama t-shirt nganayengira. This is what matters. It matters in politics, especially in by-elections. By-elections are really controlled by the resources. By-elections are really controlled by the elections, by the resources. By-elections are controlled by the resources you put in. It is a general election where people, because it's a time for voting. But in a by-election, you need the resources. Mwananiwa Upnd kabuswali kulia. Nani alikulia? No, you want to anikane, hey ladies. Now yakulia. I appreciate Sean Tembo. I saw Sean Tembo, not very, very busy campaigning. I appreciate Sean Tembo. What you're doing, that's great. But really, I can see that by-election is starved. I can see that by-election is starved. You need resources. And Edgar Lungu doesn't have resources. It's not that he's being selfish. Edgar Lungu doesn't have resources because of the way he has been squeezed. But my issue is, where are those people that, benefited out of Edgar Lungu's presidency? Where are they? Where are they? Where are you? Pakwati, Edgar Lungu mumulekele shefi. Na mumulekele Edgar Lungu. E10th is going to happen because we have not put pressure. Don't think that people, abantu balema, abantu bakema, abantu tabema, abantu babe miafye. Abantu tabema, abantu babe miafye lekeni miebe. Abantu tabema, abantu babe miafye, you have to know this. Even in these other countries where you have seen people rising up right now, a Korean president is resigning because people have risen. Those people, they have risen not because out of their own. No. There is a machinery behind. There is a machinery behind. No, they were throwing petrol bombs. I'm giving you an example. I'm not saying, they were throwing whatever they were throwing. But whatever they were throwing, where do you think they got it? Didn't they buy it? They have to buy. Kwadi amapanga. Amapangas, mshewala foresha amapanga. Tama foresha amapanga. No, kwadi finch. I'm not saying these things we should, I'm not encouraging violence. I'm not encouraging violence. But I'm just telling you, I'm not, Uyati, Arab Spring happened spontaneously. It didn't happen spontaneously. The Arab Spring did not happen spontaneously. Read and research, you will realize that when that person bent himself, it is not just that it just happened. No. People move. Vaivika muni transport, muni basi. Train kwa kuti. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's do this. There are resources. It doesn't just happen like that. There are resources. If there are no resources, it's very difficult. And it happens spontaneously. Go and check Napoleon Jr. Imwa Jr. imutamwa tapane for issue. Munera ndikishafi. Go and check. The Western were involved. Libya, you think Gaddafi was removed by the Libyans? You think Gaddafi was removed by Libyans? They come in. Even 1991, you think 1991 just happened? You think 1991 just happened? There were people that wanted Kaunda to go. They do it without you knowing it. Imagine how difficult it is. Like pattern, it's going to happen. Imagine you are upset to say, no, I don't like what is the outcome of this judgment. You want to protest. How are you going to mobilize? Just think of it. How are you going to mobilize to find yourselves in a group How are you going to do it? How are you going to mobilize to find yourself in a group? How are you going to mobilize yourself to find yourself in a group and confront Wakapokola? Because yes, you can be upset. I know right now there are people who are upset. Those people who want to do this and that, you want to protest. But you are alone in your house. How are you going to recruit your neighbor? How are you going to tell your neighbor, our neighbor tend to protest? Naomi, let's go and protest. Hey, let's go. How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? How are you going to know that your neighbor is feeling the same way that you are feeling? And that one and that one. There must be some people first. A small group. At least there must be a group that starts and then other people join in. It doesn't just happen. Look at what happened by Gen Z in Kenya. You think that one just happened, youth just rose up and whatever, and it happened. No. Even at campus, if you have been there, those of us who have participated in riots at campus, it doesn't happen. You think about unza be mafia. You think about unza be mafia. Ba unza ta be mafia, ba unza na be ma. Ba unza ba to be miotoka. You think they just rise by themselves? No. There are people that are behind. There are people that started, and then they start pulling everyone, and you go into the street. There is always somebody who starts it. There is always somebody who starts it. It doesn't just happen just anyhow. But for that to happen, ule tampa na kwata interest. Ule tampa most of the times na ngunipa campus. The one who is those guys who are starting the riot at campus, they have an interest. Most of the times they are paid. They are paid. Sometimes at UNZA there, the people that even start the riots are not UNZA students. They are not UNZA students. They go at campus and they start the riot. And you people, you're saying, but UNZA na remember. And yet the people that went and started the riot, they are not even UNZA students. So these things don't just happen. They just don't happen. They just don't happen. There must be some coordination. But that coordination requires resources. Requires resources. And Hakainde Hichilema knows very well. That's why he has squeezed. Today they even went and they raided Bukali. Why they raided Bukali? Bukali because they are thinking Bukali, maybe he has got some resources, he has got some information which is going to organize people to go to make noise on the 10th. The searching and the harassment of Bukali is more, to intimidate people, because Bukali is one of those guys really. I give him. Bukali is good at, he's good. So they are agitating. In other words, my issue is that this case is political. This case is political. It started politically. It is political. If we have to fight it, we have to be political. Unfortunately, to fight it politically, we are lacking resources. And my question is, where are those people that made money out of Edgar Lungu's presidency? Because Edgar Lungu has been left alone. He has been left alone. And it is difficult for him to fight. I do understand. Who is going to come to help Edgar Lungu? What is the way forward? Frankly speaking, for me, before we talk about the way forward here and there, I think the issue of resources is very important. At Tayali, you are just good at inciting. This guy, why am I even reading his comments? So we need resources. Unless we have resources, we can't do anything. This campaign has really been hampered by resources. Even the by-election in Kawambo, it is suffering because of resources. Some people sit back and say, no, we need resources. Help with Kawambo by-election. Put in resources there. Put in resources in Kawamba by-elections. Otherwise, Kawamba by-elections is going to be lost. I'm telling you. I know, I can see where there is money. I can see. I saw it in Kawata. When Vanan Kanatshan, Ichikap was campaigning, I saw resources there. When Tayang was, where resources there, you will see resources. But there are no resources in Kawambo. So, Batonse might lose that election because of resources. And this is the truth. This is the truth. Batonse might lose the by-election in Kawamba because of resources. Because by-elections are very much driven by resources. Very much driven by resources. You are thinking, no, Edgar Lungu doesn't have resources. He doesn't have resources. And I'm not embarrassing him because I know the situation. I sympathize with Edgar Lungu. I sympathize. Don't even be cheated. No, Tayali is there. Hey, Lungu. No, I'm saying it here publicly. It's not Lungu that is sponsoring me. Lungu needs resources. Help Lungu with resources. I don't know if I should even open phone lines. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. Naikaba Mzambia. Naikaba. You can call me if you you want to say anything. You can call me. ECO is eligible. He's eligible, that's for sure. But unfortunately, he's not eligible to Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema doesn't want Edgar Lungu to start. And unfortunately, you have to understand, the guy is scared. He's scared. He doesn't want to lose power. He doesn't want to lose power. So, it's difficult. It's difficult. He will not give it easily. Hakainde Hichilema will not give it easily. And let's face it. The man had struggled 17 years. Hallelujah. For 17 years, almost 20 years. Hallelujah. To become president. He became president. He will fight. He will fight. And if you want to win over him, you need to fight. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Third. Evening.
Good evening.
Oh, yes, it's morning. Yes. Oh, yes, we have heard what you have said. Anyway, you are on point. First and foremost, it has been long since I communicated. But anyway, we can see what is going on. What you have said is right. But remember, even in terms of fighting politically, on your platform, we were calling, some other people were calling, what can we do? Can we start doing this? No, we don't want to do that. Because by fighting politically, on this case, at least if people started protesting, because there's no other way apart from protesting and going to court. If in the court we can't manage by putting fear to people, at least people can go into the streets and protest. But you are also saying, no, on that one, let's wait, see what. That's
wait a minute.
what this.
Wait a minute. Are you hearing me now?
Yes.
You see why I was saying that. You see why I was saying that. You know, when we say, I mean, let's just speak openly. When we speak about people protesting, you must be able to make sure that you can sustain it. You must be able to make sure that you can sustain it. If you can't sustain it, don't let people go into the streets. Because then you are just exposing them. Then you're just exposing you. If I tell you to say, no, you go and protest, and then just 5 of you go and protest, what are you going to do? You'll be just squashed. Then do I care about you? Then I don't care about you. I've been against, I've been saying, no, don't, because I check the background. Where are we? When you are doing some of these things, I'm a protest, there should be lawyers on the standby to come and help you. Eh? Now, who is going to help you? If you say you are protesting, you go out, 5 of you, even if you are 100 of you, you are Katangenswa. Who is going to look after you? Look at why me? Why me?
You know, I've just yes. I've just followed what I was just following you and comment on what you said. But I'm sure I'm here in Zambia. People have spoken on this case. The church have spoken. We have been reading. The bishops have spoken. Even if mayor people, common people have spoken about this case. Leave this person alone. So what else can we do? Because if the government to gather that information, this one has spoken, this one has spoken, some other political party.
Listen,
even Mr. Members, yes.
Listen,
yes.
We are not talking about speaking here. Follow me properly. We have been talking, and what changes government? My protests. That's what changes. But the question is, those protests, they don't just happen. Where you are, I can feel you are burning with fire. You would want to protest. But how many of you would be able to come out? And how do you come out? That is the issue. So you don't just go protesting. A good leader does not send people, go and protest without putting up on my backups. You have seen others are being arrested and thrown in Mufifungo, and there is no help. And you want me to send you also to go and be arrested? No, then I wouldn't be a good leader.
No, I'm not. Yes. What I wanted to correct you is you also said, because some people wanted to do it, and you said no.
No, but my friend, you are not here. You are not following my arguments. That's a problem. I mean, if you are reasoning, you would be able to follow my argument. I am saying I can't let people go out in the streets when I know that they will just face the force of the police, and that's it. When you are talking about people go and protest, you must know that it can be sustained. If it cannot be sustained, why send people into the street? That is my point. Thank you, my brother.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello?
Chilufya, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I'm back again on this platform. I'll start with a Bible quote because the whole scenario is painful. It is not something, it's even hard to start even talking about it. And I'll start by telling you, to remind you, that Upnd, my opinions and your opinions are always similar. Except some time back, I'm cutting on a short when I wanted to put across my point. The point that I wanted to put across is this. Narilanda Nandrokolati, Chilufya Tayali, bonse bali abena Malanja, abena Emmanuel Mwamba, all the PF leaders, they've done their role. But I don't know what is wrong with most of the Zambian people who just come to social media to talk. We feel, ukisa social media, that you can't intimidate us. That's it. Take people in there. A lot of people are saying those words. So that is one of them. Just there in Chungo. You can't intimidate me. And people think that is playing.
No, it's not.
The best I can give is this. Joshua won this one. People must understand, because last time when I came with this concept, you cut me short, and there's another woman who called in and she said, no, God is going to intervene, God is going to do what? No, let's add Perakali. Joshua won this one says that after Moses Afwa, If you remember, God promised the Israelites to take them into a promised land. Let's say a very promised land. God, Moses, now that my son Moses has died, look across the river Jordan. That is the land I've given to you. Go and possess it. Like Chilufya, you are a Christian. Did the Israelites just cross the river Jordan? Why can an land that what happened? They crossed, they had to fight, and God gave them the land which was already possessed by other people. Can you imagine? This is God telling them to say, that is your land. Go and get it, go and possess it. But they had to fight for that land. Now, here we are. Let's add him there. Everyone is here. And what? No one is fighting. Everyone is just talking for social media. The woman starts to take a man. I knew this man. And if you follow it carefully, Bowman bali mwebera tubakamuka bali. Jeje bali mwebera tubakamuka bali. Chilufya bali chitananya ntuwa butuko. Abena na Galungu alandira chani. Akeka na pesa. The man was serious. That's why. Joseph Yasam is the flow of society back around. Now, I came on the platform of Upnd and Joseph Grace Monasirechka before it's too late. This is the time to start fighting. Like we are putting it. These are political, and we have to fight them politically. We need to play social media. So, upon bench time, they are broadcasting like the judgment. I strongly feel they want to see the reaction from the people. And that's why no one has reacted. So if no one is going to stand up, they're going to do it. So but between now and 10 is the act of the people. And who is the national youth chairman? What is happening here? I always go on the ground. I talk to work upon
I don't want to listen.
People are ready.
Listen. Make your point so that I don't cut you. Because I can see Karishadi there when I cut you. So please conclude so that I can take other calls, please.
I knew you had a point. This is where I was trying to guide it. But I'm just now reminding you to say, look, I had the point then. And this is what we are saying today. And I've always reminded you to say, look, we are always in the same line. And sometimes, issues
please wind up. Please wind up so that I can accommodate others. Wind up.
Okay. So my conclusion is this. Just like you have said, this is a political fight and it has to be fought politically. From the word go, Nama leaders variant that no, Ama youth side, remember, very folks step on right at some point. No, we'll use the courts. Me, I knew that there is no way the courts are going to rule in favor of the other actors because that I don't know like that.
My brother, please wind up.
1.6 elections in Mukon Court. I've said those words.
Can you wind up, Kaidi, so that I accommodate others?
All right. My long
Hello.
Yes, my brother. How are you?
How are you, Mkosa? Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm better than you.
I actually missed you, Mkosa. It has been a while.
Kai nikabwera uko nikakamba topic ichinja wambo kamba chepalina. So naona nata kuone kai program ni yao weka huko. Yeah, you know what, my brother? Zambian people are not gullible people.
They know what is best for them. Zambian people, they've been observing this issue. The people that have been arguing, including you, Tayali, that the courts cleared by Digalungu on this matter. No one of you have shown us the ruling where it says why Digalungu was cleared. You are just arguing to say no, musieni, bantu bafuna eve, musieni, koti inamuvomereza. Where is the ruling that is pointing to that? There is nothing. So the Zambian people also remember what Waidi Galungu did when he was in Solwezi. When he threatened judges not to humiliate their fellow judges baku Kenya. When in that case he had eligibility as a court. So Zambian people are able to know. There are only few people that are still worshipping Waidi Galungu, more especially those commanders who used to get money from poor widows in these markets and drivers and terrorizing people, those who are sharing my land, my farms, that are still worshipping Waidi Galungu, thinking that Waidi Galungu was Abwera. Including you, at maybe Warungu Ngatibabwera, you can, that will be your freedom. You are very few who are still supporting this man. More especially after him confessing that he has just decided to come back because he has felt that there is no one in the political arena that will fight for his family. He has just decided to come back so that he can protect his family, but not protecting PF. Because PF by Digalungu was given on a silver platter when PF was so popular, when PF was in power, but he failed to manage PF until PF was voted out. He cannot defend PF now when PF is in opposition. So I'm just telling you that you are few of you that are still supporting this man, because people are very much aware that there is no court around in Zambia or world over that pronounced itself that Waidi Galungu was eligible to stand in 2021. I submit.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening.
Thank you. This is Simon from 6 Miles, Lusaka.
Yes.
Yes, my contribution is actually very simple. I remember when ECL resigned from active politics, on this same platform, I recommended that it's high time PF got a new leader. But it seems like these guys from PF thought ECO is the only leader who can take off, who can actually manage affairs of PF. But from the word go, even after he had resigned, everyone was very happy to see new leaders come on board, taking over PF and running affairs of Patriotic Front. But because ACL was surrounded by a few individuals who were really eager to see ACL come back, because it was, maybe they were very they were very close to him, they benefited so much, you ignored those voices. But I can assure you that come 10th December, UPND will not give it out easily, because we know what happened in the first judgment when the Constitutional Court ruled in favor of ECL and PF. What will make UPND give it out just like that, knowing that ECL has also some good support on ground? Because this is politics. We are talking about politics. We are not in church. We are not preaching the gospel of come tomorrow, praise God, hallelujah, hallelujah. We are talking about politics. Anything you take lightly upon your opponent, you are gone. I'm telling you the fact.
No, you are right. I agree with you.
PF, Mr. Tayali, just a moment. PF took UPND for granted. They thought they are angels, they can't do anything. They know everything. Just a few individuals. If they had listened, if they sold off Mr. Mundubere, you are the one who even spearheaded the leadership of Mundubere. I was very happy to see new leaders come through but you changed it instantly from nowhere. You said ECO is the password. I was very shocked. If Mundwe was put across, by now Mundwe would be known across all over. Even this by-election, Mundwe would be the one even in front. People would be knowing him by 2026. Everyone would have known Mundwe or anyone else. But everyone, after knowing that ECO is coming, all of them, they lined up behind ECO. Not forgetting politics, you don't take your enemy lightly and for granted. Now come 10th, you'll see the reason why the UPND or maybe the government decided to televise, put everything on radio station. Imagine being televised on ZNBC, being put on radio station, ZNBC 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me accommodate others.
Because if it was against the UPND, they would not have accepted to put it on TV.
It's true. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yes, I want to contribute.
Yeah, and please try to speak up. Speak up so that people can hear you. Mm.
Yeah, I want to contribute on your platform.
Mm.
Yes, whatever you've said is all correct. But the only issue which I'm supporting you is that I think we needed a lot of funding so that we make these things work. Because politics, if there's no funding, there's no money, you cannot fight. Again, on the other thing, God has given us this thing. But we cannot be just playing. Playing goes with action. Yes, because it's a palamikafe. Palamikafe tapela mumino ya palamikafe. So us, we've been given, but we are not supporting what God has given us. So if we continue saying, let's play, God is going to give us, we are playing a losing game. The only thing that we should do is use players with action. Now again, if we are docile, all of these things will go against us, because we don't want to fight for it. We are depending on courts. Courts are not the people who can help us. It's our action that can help us. That's what I can contribute.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello?
Hello, Brother Ted.
Yes, my brother. How are you?
Me, I'm all right. I have only one question for you today, Brother Ted. Do you believe in God?
No, of course I do. Of course I do.
Okay, then trust the process.
Thank you.
I'm telling you the truth. If you believe in God, trust the process. Everything is going to be well.
I hope so.
Good morning.
Thank you.
Don't hope so. If you believe in God, Brother Tayali, just trust the process.
Okay.
I have.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening.
Yeah,
I'm fine. Akatushinga nga phone iri pa loud taile umfika buno na ikukomela. Mulebo mfyama headset nangushana katushi.
Yaumfika sana.
Apa yaumfika bwino
Ilikuwa ndeko ntawa kwa watu makwa wabatinga pali kile po mundu bile.
Mwisho watali, ichile wati ngapali waneswa wani, tawali aggressive. Biliti yome, langu pachwa mundu wile wine, tawali kwa ilikisha, bamu pene mbila ndilo kumushika ataki. Why? Tawali aggressive. Tawali aggressive wa PF, bali ko somehow very reluctant. Tawali kala ka force. Umone, ifi aliwa UPND ilo wali no opposition. Force wale mwafya. Wale mwafya force.
Sana.
Yole pembela koti inside. Of which they know that what apateti wafwe.
But they bale luisha.
Look at me. Bale luisha. Mone ni kesi ya eligibility ilo ya Amerikane. Wale ka ya kuma koti kuifungula. It's like umuntu nakubika umukoshika ni itamu ala umukosa mukamana. You are just following to say ngamukosa mumenshi na la samba.
You know?
It's not like that.
Now wishwa no kuishiba.
Before tarakukosa mumenshi, alentola mumenshi oyo muntu. Ati na la samba ngana mumenshi no mfumi. Takwaba. Fight before tarakukosa mumenshi muni. A problem is going to next week. So he gets to the and yet they know that he gets to that disadvantage. But they're waiting for 10 years. Yeah? A problem is going to next week. A problem. Otherwise, this yellow is not supporting. We are still supporting him. They support background. You are still supporting him, and you want him to rule this country. We want him. Now let him come and let them change their strategy. Let them change the Mingaton over change it. Let them show us the way it can work. Like they always say, how can it be in the TV when the people judge? No, let him come out. They come up and they separate and the TV. No, but feel about control.
Unfortunately, kai taparifika so he's better off kwikala kunganda. Ngataparifika chitika.
One day.
Kwikala kunganda it's okay. Hello.
Better off kwikala kunganda. Ngataparifika.
Mwawomba shani bachufya.
Mkwashani mkashandi.
This is crazy, but let me try to say something. You know, I don't agree with you completely about this is political. The behavior of HH and his government, it's not politics. It's a tribal. This man is a source of tribalism in Zambia. And you Zambians, if you are waiting HH to give you a chance to go and protest, you wait for the rest of your life. You are going to wait God to come and really help you. And it will not really help. It will not happen. If you want to protest, you don't need to advertise. You don't need to go to the court. You don't go to do anything. You can protest. Even Mubush, you can do it. The time that UPND was in opposition, they were not given money. They were using money from their pockets. Why can't you use your own money? You want Lungu to find you to give you money. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to do? And what are you? I don't understand what's going on with Zambians. Does it mean he has wished you guys? You cannot think properly, honestly. You think Lungu is gonna suffer? Who is suffering between you and Lungu right now? Whether Lungu will come in power or not, it will not make a difference because he's just doing a favor for you guys so that he can restore your country that has been stolen. HH is a criminal. He has sold your country. He has sold a lot of things. Even when Jesus can come, HH cannot give power to Jesus. And this is the time you still have time to do something. Do something, war. I don't understand. I don't understand the mentality of Zambians. I don't understand. You cannot go and protest in the bush. You can go in the mountain. You can do anywhere. You want to announce you're announcing, yeah, we want to protest. Who is interested about that? It's your life. It's about your country. You're the one who is dying because of poverty. I have spoken.
Thank
No
you.
sense.
Hello, nonsense. Tata Mayo. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Hello, my president. Hello?
I'm quiet.
Hello, my president.
I'm quiet.
Otherwise, we are very much ready about the outcome of the 10th December results. So, today, Makuli wa Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu, before the end of this week, Bafuire Baiba Chalo, the way forward, even per Monday before Tuesday. Wakaebe kwe chalo efo efofwe bambituri abaipekanye urutampulo tukasendapo, because we know these things, as you have said it will go against him. So what's the way forward? We are just waiting. We are very much ready about that.
Thank you.
Hello?
I am quiet.
All right.
Hello?
Ready about that.
Hello?
Thank you. Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to talk something a little bit different. You see, the UPND government, the advisors to the president, they've told him that if he's going to run side by side with President Lungu, there's no way that he's going to make it.
Of course.
The UPND government is very much aware of losing power to Edgar Lungu. And at the same time, they were scared of the people, the reaction of the people to bar Edgar Lungu from elections. And they've been testing the waters, trying to see the reactions of the people. Now they've seen that there is literally nothing happening from the people's side, because power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people. Now, this is a very sad situation, because we needed somebody, at least from the people, to, no wonder they've been caging anyone who comes on the scene to push the agenda, they cage. That was the principle they've used, to say whoever is vocal, whoever is trying to pull the masses, except that they can't touch Lungu himself. Anyone else, so everybody else is scared. So now, I want to explain one thing on because some people were saying, if Edgar Lungu is eligible, then we can nullify the 2021 elections. Mr. President, in Zambia, once election results are certified and a candidate is declared the winner, the process is typically considered final unless challenged or overturned through a legal avenue. It cannot. So no legal precedence for retrogressive invalidation, because Zambia's legal framework does not support retrogressiveness. So HH will still remain president, but on 10th December, I can tell you, and I'll come and call you on 11th December, that Edgar Lungu is not going to stand, and the people to blame is you, myself, and ourselves. We've neglected this process. We could have even just mobilized ourselves, starting from the court days. Remember last time I called, I said, on the court, the program they have aligned is that they've put police everywhere in the streets. There will be no chance for anyone to have access. You cut me also and say, no, if you let people go there. And that's what happened. On that fruitful day, nobody went there, and they had to adjourn to 10th December. So I am very sad, because they are even going to televise it, so that now it's a way of campaigning to tell the world that Edgar Lungu is nowhere near the ballot.
With Tuashika, Lungu Tuashika.
This is very sad. I'm very, very sad. I'm very sad anyway. Very sad. Bye, Mr. President.
No, thank you. Thank you. Look, You know, I know a number of people. No, you said this. You know, I have to be. One thing is that I have to be careful with also what I say. I have to be careful with what I say, but I also have to think about the people. I have to think about the people. So, Naikava, it is really sad. It is really sad, and for me, I strongly believe that if we had resources, it would have been a little bit different. It would have been a little bit different, because abantu tabe mafia. There is always some engineering behind, and that engineering needs resources. You know, it needs resources to gather people, you know, in thousands, you know, because when you're talking about you need thousands of people. But to gather those thousands of people, you need resources. You need resources. You need resources. If you don't have resources, it becomes a problem. You can't expect people at yo bala mafia. You know, my sister was saying, you Zambians, whatever, you Upnd, they were not whatever. No, there were resources. Even there were resources. Upnd, you were seeing them. They were being bussed. They were being put on buses. Somebody paid for those buses. When Haka in the Hichilema went to court, when he was called to court, we had more than 50 buses, more than 50 Rosa buses, more than 50. That time when Nsamansama and that other guy was killed, more than 50 buses. You think those 50 buses, they just came from nowhere? No, there was organization behind it. They were organized. Where did those people, how were those people getting on those buses? Who organized the buses? How were those people getting on the buses? And you think all of them, they were just going? No, there were some organization. So like even now, it's going to happen on the 10th. We say, no, let people go, Pananikani, Pakot, to go and protest. I mean, how will people from Kanyama go there? How will people from Chawama go there? How will people do that? You think they will be jumping on buses one by one, and then converge? How? There must be some organization. That's a fact. There must be some organization. And that organization need resources. And at the moment, this is the biggest problem that we have around Edgar Chagwalungu. Even these people that have gone away, that are running away, if Edgar Lungu ngari kwete akandalama uwa yako afmia 10 pin, uwa yako afmia ka 5 pin, people would have been surrounding Edgar Lungu. They would have been surrounding Edgar Lungu. But now, because of there are no resources, I mean, people are running away, they are going to Upnd. But I know, even if Upnd, you are not getting much. But at least, it's like you are picking utuma crumbs that are falling off from the tables of Avena, some of these people. Anyway, today is Wednesday, and I think I'm not going to talk until after the 10th. I will not talk. I will only talk on the 10th. I will talk on the 10th after Yapita. That is when I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk on the 10th. On the 10th, Ichungulo, I will endeavor to be here so that people can be able to express themselves of what will happen. My brother said, did you believe in God? You know, trust the process. Who knows? It might be different. We might have a judgment that will be in our favor. If that happens, we will celebrate on the 10th. Yeah. Anyway, I leave it there. Thanks very much for following and phoning in. I apologize for coming late. Thank you.